What could possibly make Drake, one of music's most powerful figures, publicly call out Justin Bieber for ignoring his messages? The answer reveals a friendship collapse that nobody saw coming. Two superstars who once called each other family are now locked in an ice-cold standoff that has the music industry choosing sides. Drake's comment, "I DM'd but no reply," wasn't just about a missed message. It was the public revelation of a private betrayal that's been building behind closed doors. The moment that shattered the internet came without warning. June 15th, a regular Tuesday for most people, but a day that would go down in pop culture history. Justin Bieber, seemingly in a creative mood, posted a casual request on his Instagram. Who should I collab with next? A simple question that artists ask their followers all the time. But what happened next left fans and industry insiders completely stunned. Drake, once considered Justin's big brother in the industry, publicly commented, "I DM'd but no reply." Those 6 words sent shockwaves through social media. Not because Drake wanted to collaborate, that would have been exciting news, but because he was essentially calling out Justin for ignoring him, for ghosting him, for pretending their friendship didn't exist anymore. Within minutes, Drake's comment racked up over 100,000 likes, completely overshadowing any other interaction on the post. The comment section exploded with reactions. Did Drake just expose Justin? OMG. The drama is real. This friendship is over. Screenshots of the exchange started circulating on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, with Drake's comment becoming the focal point of countless reaction videos and commentary posts. What made this interaction so devastating wasn't just what Drake said, it was how he chose to say it. Think about it. Drake has Justin's number. He has his email. He has mutual connections through their management teams. If this was truly about wanting to work together, Drake had at least a dozen private channels to reach out through. But instead, he deliberately chose to air this grievance publicly, where millions would see it. This wasn't just a call for collaboration. This was calculated public humiliation. Drake, known for his strategic career moves, never does anything without purpose. By exposing Justin's silence in front of the world, he was sending a clear message. You've been acting like we're still good while ignoring me behind the scenes, and I'm done pretending. The crushing weight of this comment became even heavier when fans started digging through the archives of their friendship. Just 3 years ago, Drake had posted a birthday tribute to Justin, calling him "my brother for life." And now that brotherhood had apparently dissolved into nothing more than ignored DMs and public callouts. Meanwhile, Justin's response to this bombshell has been absolutely deafening silence. No comment, no explanation, not even a diplomatic "let's talk privately." The post remains up, Drake's comment still pinned at the top with hundreds of thousands of likes. And Justin has moved on to posting about his clothing line and family moments as if nothing happened. Industry insiders started whispering immediately. "This isn't just about ignored messages," said one source close to Drake's team. "There's been tension building for months. Justin's been distant since his marriage to Hailey, and Drake feels completely cut out of his life after years of mentorship." The betrayal runs deeper when you consider their history. These weren't just two artists who occasionally crossed paths at award shows. Their connection was genuine, with Drake taking a then-teenage Justin under his wing during some of his most turbulent years in the spotlight. Drake was there with advice, support, and public defense when the media was tearing Justin apart. When Drake says something like this publicly, it's the tip of the iceberg, explained a veteran music industry publicist. He's essentially telling the world that Justin has completely changed toward him, and he's done protecting that relationship. The tension in the comment section spread to fan bases, with Beliebers and Drake's OVO followers immediately taking sides. Some defended Justin, suggesting Drake was being petty for attention. Others pointed out that Justin's pattern of cutting people off from his past has become increasingly concerning. Justin's pattern of cutting people off isn't just concerning. It's the final chapter of a brotherhood that took over a decade to build. Behind the public fallout lies the collapse of what industry insiders once described as an extremely special relationship. The foundation of their connection wasn't formed in business meetings or award shows, but on the set of the music video that launched Justin's career into the stratosphere. In 2010, as a fresh-faced teen sensation was filming the video that would define a generation, Drake showed up to make a cameo in Baby. This wasn't just a random appearance. It was the beginning of something meaningful between two Canadian artists who would go on to dominate the music industry. Picture this: a 16-year-old Justin, still finding his footing in fame, and Drake, already climbing the charts, crossing paths in what would become the first chapter of their brotherhood. Their connection wasn't just for the cameras. What started as industry respect evolved into genuine friendship, with both artists proudly representing their Canadian roots while conquering American charts. The music video moment might have seemed like a simple cameo to fans, but behind the scenes, it planted the seeds for a relationship that would grow beyond professional courtesy. By 2012, their friendship had blossomed into something tangible for the world to hear. Their collaboration Right Here on Justin's album Believe marked a watershed moment. No longer were they just friendly acquaintances, but artistic collaborators. Hit Boy, who produced the track, gave fans a rare glimpse behind the curtain, showcasing the chemistry between the two stars as they crafted what would become a fan favorite. The song wasn't just a track on an album, it was physical proof of their growing bond. What made this friendship particularly significant was how Drake stepped into a mentorship role. In 2013, Scooter Braun didn't mince words when describing their relationship. Drake is like a big brother to Justin, and Justin really looks up to Drake. They have an extremely special relationship. These weren't empty words from a manager trying to create industry buzz. They reflected the genuine dynamic between an established star guiding a younger one through the treacherous waters of fame. During Justin's most tumultuous years, the canceled shows, the tabloid headlines, the legal troubles, Drake remained steadfast. When other celebrities distanced themselves from Bieber's controversies, Drake defended him publicly, understanding better than most the pressure cooker of growing up famous. Their connection offered Justin something rare in Hollywood: unconditional support from someone who understood the unique challenges of navigating superstardom. Their social media history tells the story of two friends who celebrated each other's wins. Birthday tributes filled with genuine affection, supportive comments on new releases, public praise that went beyond the standard industry politeness. These weren't carefully calculated PR moves. They were glimpses into a friendship that seemed bulletproof. What's most perplexing about the current situation is how something built on such solid ground could crumble without warning. The foundation they laid, from that first video shoot through years of collaboration and mutual support, wasn't supposed to be fragile. Yet, here we are, watching the aftermath of a relationship that's apparently shattered beyond repair. The truth about their brotherhood runs deeper than any headline could capture. Drake wasn't just another famous friend in Justin's contact list. He was a mentor who offered guidance when Justin needed it most. He was a defender who stood by him when public opinion turned vicious. He was family in an industry notorious for its fair-weather relationships. This makes the current silence between them all the more deafening. The complete severing of ties doesn't just represent a missed collaboration opportunity, it represents the loss of one of music's most meaningful mentor-mentee relationships. The alarming turn in Bieber's social media behavior has sent shockwaves through his fanbase, with a single blurry selfie from April igniting over 500,000 concerned comments in less than a day. What makes this social media spiral so troubling isn't just the cryptic nature of his posts, it's the timing. While Drake's messages sit unread, Justin's followers are openly questioning if he's giving Britney vibes and whether he's even 8. This isn't just celebrity drama. It's the digital breadcrumbs of a relationship disintegrating in real time. This account is giving me Britney vibes these days. You ate, dude? One fan commented, while another observed, "You seem to be going through a hard time." The comparison to Britney Spears isn't random or casual. It signals a serious level of concern among fans who recognize the warning signs of a star potentially struggling beneath the surface. These aren't just ordinary posts. They're silent cries that happen to coincide with Drake's attempts to reconnect. What's particularly revealing is Justin's March Instagram story, where he opened up about feelings he'd been suppressing. "I was always told when I was a kid not to hate, but it made me feel like I wasn't allowed to have it, and so I didn't tell anyone I've had it." He continued with words that now seem painfully relevant to his situation with Drake, which made me feel like I have been drowning, feeling unsafe to acknowledge it. This confession of feeling unsafe to express negative emotions offers a window into why someone might suddenly cut ties with figures from their past, even mentors. The timing couldn't be more significant. As Justin hinted at new music in February 2025, posting photos with fresh collaborators and teasing his first solo album since 2021, Drake was busy releasing his own project. A collaborative album with Jerron Brathwaite titled Some Sexy Songs for You. The industry doesn't just run on talent, it runs on timing. And when two titans are preparing competing projects, even decades-old loyalty can suddenly feel like a liability. What's missing from this equation is any visible support system stepping in to bridge the gap. Sources close to the situation suggest that Hailey Bieber is deeply concerned about her husband's recent behavior and unsure where to turn for help. This detail is particularly telling. If Justin's own wife feels powerless to address his current state, it explains why even Drake's attempts to reach out have fallen on deaf ears. Perhaps the most compelling explanation for Justin's ghosting lies in a common celebrity phenomenon: identity evolution. Artists who find fame in their teens often reach a point where they feel compelled to cleanse their lives of influences associated with earlier chapters. For Justin, who has openly battled the pressures of child stardom, Drake may represent a connection to a version of himself he's desperately trying to outgrow. Music industry insiders point to this pattern repeatedly. When a young star reaches their late 20s or early 30s, they often undergo a period of radical reinvention that necessitates cutting ties with figures who knew them before. For Justin, who built his adult identity through marriage, faith, and a deliberate step back from the spotlight, Drake's continued presence might feel like an unwelcome tether to the past, especially if Drake's own persona hasn't evolved in compatible ways. The power dynamic between them has unquestionably shifted since their early days. Justin's no longer the teenage protege looking up to an established star. He's become a global brand and cultural force in his own right. When mentorship relationships don't naturally transition to equal partnerships, they often collapse entirely. With Justin's enormous fan base and influence, he may no longer see value in maintaining connections that don't serve his current vision. The fallout between these two titans is sending shockwaves through the music industry that will echo for years to come. What once appeared as a solid brotherhood has crumbled into public disappointment, leaving fans scrambling to pick sides in this unexpected celebrity war. The Big Brother relationship Scooter Braun once proudly promoted now exists only in nostalgic music video clips and faded Instagram posts. With Justin's silence speaking volumes and Drake's public call-out hanging in the digital air, their friendship autopsy is being performed in real time for millions to witness. This very public dissolution reveals the harsh truth behind the glamorous facade of celebrity connections. When the cameras stop rolling, even the strongest bonds can disintegrate without warning.